Welcome, dear viewers, to Poetry Blows Your Blues Away. Friends, today we are going to study the differences and similarities between a soliloquy and a dramatic monologue. Let us compare and contrast. Let us see where they differ and where they are similar. Firstly, the similarities. Both are lengthy poetic speeches. Both are spoken by a single person. And for example, look at the words soliloquy and monologue. Soliloquy comes from the Latin solus, which means single. Loqui means to speak. So it's a solo utterance. Monologue comes from Greek monos, which means alone. To legin means to speak. Both mean speech by a single person. Secondly, both originate in a crisis. Both grow out of a crisis in the life of the protagonist. The speaker breaks into a speech because the situation demands it. They lay bare, the speakers of the dramatic monologue or the soliloquy lay bare their souls as they speak, unintentionally and inadvertently. Both give us a peep into the inner drama. Both the soliloquy and the dramatic monologue hold a mirror to the inner turmoil. They are wonderful psychological studies in human psychology. Both are written in iambic pentameter, blank verse, which is suitable for the subject matter. These are the similarities. Both are lengthy poetic speeches. Both are spoken by a single person, and both originate in a crisis, and both are written in blank verse. These are the four similarities. Now let us study the differences. A soliloquy is part and parcel of a drama or a longer poem. For example, the world famous To Be or Not to Be soliloquy spoken by Prince Hamlet in Shakespeare's tragedy Hamlet. In Milton's Paradise Lost, we come across many soliloquies spoken by Satan. Thus, soliloquies are integral part of a drama or a long poem. That's not the case with a dramatic monologue. Though it's called dramatic, it does not appear in any drama. It's an individual poem. Examples are My Last Duchess by Browning, Ulysses by Tennyson. Browning and Tennyson popularized this poetic form. It is rightly called dramatic because it contains the drama element too. The poet expresses the views and emotions not of himself but of somebody else. So it is called dramatic. In My Last Duchess, the speaker is the Duke Ferrara. In Ulysses, Ulysses himself is the speaker. It's dramatic because it can be enacted, mono-acted. We come to know the setting, location, the dramatic situation from the speaker's words. In Ulysses, we come to know it's spoken during evening twilight. Ulysses says, the lights begin to twinkle from the rocks, the long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep moans with many voices. Come, my friends, it's not too late to seek a new world. Thus, we come to know that the speaker is on the seashore, ready to board a boat, making his farewell speech to his people, son and wife. So, the monologue is a genre of poetry. A soliloquy is a dramatic device. The second difference is the soliloquizer talks to himself. He is in self-communion. For example, once again, let us take the example of To Be or Not to Be soliloquy. The moment Hamlet becomes aware of the presence of anybody, he stops soliloquizing. Actually, when he is making this speech, King Claudius and Polonius are in hiding, eavesdropping. He is unaware of them, so he goes on and on. When he becomes aware that Ophelia is approaching, he concludes his soliloquy. He says, "Soft you now. The fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered." Thus, soliloquies are spoken only when the speaker assumes he is all alone. On the other hand, a dramatic monologue is addressed to a specific audience. Audience plays a key role here. My Last Duchess is addressed to the Count's messenger. Ulysses is addressed to his people, his wife and son. In a dramatic monologue, the listener's presence is implied. The speaker molds his speech, observing the gestures of the listener. That's why a dramatic monologue sometimes sounds like a colloquy, a dialogue. We don't feel the monotony. The speaker tries to convince or persuade his audience to his point of view. That's why it is said there is a tension between empathy and judgment in a dramatic monologue. The soliloquy, in conclusion, we can say the soliloquy and the monologue, dramatic monologue, both are skillfully drafted. So we listen to them with rapt attention, mesmerized and captivated till the end. Both forms are popular with readers and lovers of poetry. Hope viewers, with this knowledge, you will enjoy soliloquies and dramatic monologues better. That's all for now. See you soon with an amazing poem in my next video. Till then, happy poetry reading.